Hi, welcome to this 35-minute grind ride. My name is Marge. My pronouns are she or her. We're going to be riding on the Stages bike, a lot of high resistance today. So if you have a Stages bike, you know how it works. We have the resistance, which is the knob between your legs. You start to 0 and we'll roll upwards as we go. And then you can shift from far left, which is level 1, far right, which is level 3. I'll cue you in when we need to do that. So let's get settled. We're starting 4 turns up, level 1. If you don't have a Stages bike, we'll go by resistance. So at this point, it should feel like a road under your feet, just a little bit of resistance as we get started. So for the first 2 minutes, we're gonna settle in, we're gonna land, we're gonna start this slowly, low resistance, and just ride through as we warm up for those first 2 minutes. We're gonna try to hit about 100 RPM, but light, just so that we get the legs moving, good action, and get going. So for the first 2 minutes, just keep a controlled movement. Think about what you're trying to accomplish today. We have 35 minutes of intense work, matched in with breaks as we go along. So we're hitting the first minute of warm-up. As we move through the song, we'll take 30 seconds every so often where we'll increase the resistance. If you don't have a Stages bike, it'll be between 3 and 5 turns up. I'll let you know, and we'll stay there for 15 to 30 seconds each time. The first increase is coming in less than a minute. Get ready for it. You should be warmed up and in the groove of things. "15 seconds till we shift to level 2. We're gonna stay there for 30 seconds. In 10 seconds, we're gonna try to maintain the same speed. Starting now, level 2, push for 30 seconds. Make sure you keep breathing. A little bit more. Shift it back to level 1 and ride it out. We're gonna come back to it, but this time we'll go up to level 3 and hold for 15 seconds. Coming up faster than we think. We're not too far. 10 seconds till we go for 15 seconds. Level 3 or about 5 turns up. Let's go. Well done, bring it back to level 1. Catch your breath. We will go through this segment once more. In 30 seconds, for 30 seconds. 15 seconds before we go. Here we go, level 2 for 30 seconds. The second time around should feel a little better. We're almost there. Bring it back to level 1. Right out before we do one last push at level 3. This one's gonna come quicker. In 10 seconds, we're going for one last time. Last 15-second push, starting now level 3. Should take us almost to the end of the song. Bring it back to level 1. Grab some water if you need to. We were 4 turns up. Add 2 to 3 more turns. So we're at level 6 to 7. We're gonna slow it down, increase the resistance, ride slowly, stand up, and we're gonna do seated surges, 15 seconds each time. Starting now, bring it down to level 2. This first one is easier. Don't be fooled by it. We'll stay here 15 seconds before we stand again. Well done, stand up. That was the first test. We're at about 40 RPMs right now. We don't have to go fast. We're just letting the movement roll through. We'll go once more in 15 seconds. Depending on how it feels, you might want to add a turn at this point. Up to you, see how you feel. But we're gonna go down and sit, starting now for 15 seconds. We're working on resistance. There's no point, no need to jerk the movement. Just gonna roll through it. Perfect, we can stand up, add a turn. 8 turns up, level 2. We're riding out again. Gonna stay here a little bit, sit down again, go through the same motion. In 25 seconds, we will sit. Take full advantage of this time while you're standing, full rotations. And in 5 seconds, we'll sit. Go for 15 seconds, starting now. Five seconds to go before we stand again. We'll go through this motion one more time. Let's stand and pedal through. We'll do it one more time. In 20 seconds. Sit down 15 seconds. Push through, this is the last one. We're almost there. Perfect, bring it down to level 1. You can bring down the resistance a little bit. 2 turns down, so you're at about 5 turns up. We're gonna catch our breath now as we finish the song. No need to speed up. There'll be time for that. Just catch your breath, have a sip of water. So we're gonna stay here for the last 30 seconds of the song before we hit the next set. We will go straight into a time challenge. 3 minutes to go all out. We're gonna try to maintain 30 kilometers an hour for those 3 minutes. I'll cue you in and count you down. To your discretion, if you wanna do high speed with low resistance, or if you're more comfortable riding slow with really heavy resistance, that's up to you. But we're trying to hit those metrics. It'll come in very quickly. In 10 seconds, we're gonna go and start. 5 seconds to go. Adjust the resistance so that you can hit 30 starting now. And I'll count you through. We're here for 3 minutes. Don't go too hard. We're here for 3 minutes. Pace yourself. We have time to get to that speed. I will also adjust. First 30 seconds, doing good. If you found your pace, maintain it. We're holding on to this. We're coming up to the first minute. Not quite the halfway mark, but almost there. It's a good time to take it in. See how you feel right now. Do you need to go harder? Are you at your peak? If you are, stay here. We're sticking to this. Halfway. Soon hitting the 2-minute mark. We're feeling it, but we're still here. There's still a little bit more to give. Just under a minute left. Based on where you are, just stay here, stay here. Just about 30 seconds left. Just about 15 seconds to go. Stay, stay, stay. 10 seconds. We'll bring it all the way to the end. Perfect. Well done. Slow it down. We're gonna take a moment to catch our breath. We're gonna flesh it out a little bit. We're gonna ride through this one. Let's try not to slow it down too much, but we can go light on resistance, trying to hold on to about 90 to 100 RPM as we work through this one. Grab some water, take a deep breath. Congratulate yourself for making it that far. This song is not too long. It's about 2 minutes so that we can catch on, after which we'll go back to riding heavy. So flex the legs, let them move. No need to pile on the resistance right now. But make sure we stay in movement. If you need to slow it down a little bit more, go ahead and do that. It's our time to kind of catch on. After this, we will go into high resistance. We're gonna slowly increase as we go along. That's what's next. "30 more seconds. If you need a little bit more water before we go ahead and do that. You need to mentally get ready to shift up the levels to add resistance and get ready for it. Perfect, let's slow it down. We're at the end of the song. I'm gonna readjust the resistance. We're gonna go 6 turns up and slow it down quite a bit. So I'm 6 turns up. The song is significantly slower. We're gonna go up to level 2 as soon as we're ready. Level 2, so every time we will stay where we are for a minute. You don't have to go faster than 30 RPMs, 40, but we're starting now. So 1 minute here, get used to the beat, slow down the legs. We will keep increasing the resistance. So if it's a little bit light, no need to worry about it right now. So we're 6 turns up, we're at level 2, and we're riding slowly. And every minute, that'll change, and we'll adjust. First 30 seconds. If you don't have a Stages bike, this should not be significantly harder, but you should still feel good resistance under your feet. We will go up at least 3 levels. So if you're already at the edge of it, you might want to slow down a little bit and bring it back. So we're gonna go to level 3. If you don't have a Stages bike, that's about 3 turns up. And again, we will stay here for a minute. Light on your arms. Make sure the legs are doing all the work. We're at 30 seconds here. We will keep increasing from here. Strong, strong workout. In 10 seconds, we will add a turn, but go back down to level 2. So let's go level 2, add a turn, stay here for a minute. We're still climbing. We're gonna climb throughout the song. Each time we increase, let's try to make sure we don't drop the RPMs. We're trying to stay somewhere between 38 and 42. We're halfway through this little set. 30 seconds to go before we increase again. Controlled climb. Pushing and pulling. We're super strong, we got this. And just about now, let's bring it to level 3. Another minute. Let's get comfortable where we are. No need to fight it. Doing it with a smile. At this point, you should be straining without pulling on the hands still, but it's work. Halfway through this one. For the next increase, you have the option to stand at level 3 if this is starting to be a lot. If you're good though, stay seated. That's also an option. In 5 seconds, I will get up and bring it up to level 3. Doing this now. We're already at level 3. I will stand. And we'll stand for a minute. We can sway a little bit, not too much. We still want the legs to be doing most of the work. 25 seconds left here. We're 5 minutes in. We have one last bit to go. Let's sit down. Go back to level 2. Add a turn. This is the last one. If you want to go to level 3 again and get to that edge of what you're able to do, go for it. This is the last one. You can get a little adventurous and try to see how long we can hold. 30 seconds left. Pushing and pulling. Making sure we breathe, not clasping on to the bike too much. 10 seconds left before we can bring it down to level 1. Don't remove the resistance just yet. We're gonna stay here. A little bit easier, but we're still climbing. Last little bit. This should feel easy now. Not that it was in the beginning, but after doing all of that hard resistance, this somewhat feels a little bit lighter. We can embrace that. We're almost at the end. We can start to peel off resistance as we get ready for the next song. We want to be about 4 turns up. For now, let's stay where we are in terms of speed. We're coming up with a time challenge on the next bit. It's going to be 6 minutes. 6 minutes where we're trying to hold, again, that 30 RPM. We can start to increase the speed a little bit. I'll count you down from 6 minutes. We're trying to hit that 3-kilometer mark, starting in 5 seconds. Get ready. Start now. We will be here for 6 minutes. Adjust the resistance. We'll be able to play with it throughout the song, but we want to stay here 6 minutes at 30 RPM, at 30 kilometers an hour, I mean. RPM to your discretion. First 30 seconds. Once you've found the right resistance, we're just trying to stay with it as much as possible. We want to make it through the entire song, the whole 6 minutes, maintaining the same intensity. We've already gone through the first 60 seconds. If you want to close your eyes, if you're comfortable where you are in terms of speed and setting, go ahead and do that. 90 seconds done. Should be comfortable, balanced. Two minutes down. Let's try to focus on what's working for us, how far we've gone. The legs are moving, how the heart is beating, that we're breathing properly. 6 minutes is a long time, so let's get comfortable. We're almost at the halfway mark. We did that. Now that we're halfway, you need to stand. You need to change the cadence, add resistance, peel it back. You can always keep adjusting. Three and a half minutes done. We're still going. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes. So we're getting close, very close to the 4-minute mark. So we have 2 minutes to go. As much as possible, we're really trying hard to hit that 30 kilometers an hour. We have 90 seconds to go. We're totally able to hold on for just 90 seconds. We've done most of the work. This is the cherry on top. Minute to go. Count you down with 50 seconds to go. This is amazing. This is great. This is good. Keep going, even if the song starts to fade. Stay with me. 20 more seconds. We're about to cross that big finish line with a smile. We've done it. We've held on for 6 long minutes. Well done. You can slow it down. Grab a sip of water. We're already at the last song. We're going to take a few minutes to settle in, to take in all the work we've just done. And then we'll go for one last ride. Drop the resistance. 4 turns up is perfect. We just want to feel a little bit of resistance under our feet, not hard. And then we're just going to ride, try to match the beat, increase the speed a little bit. This song has a really high cadence. We're not going to fully match it, but here we're going to try at about 100, 120. Light under the feet, 4, 4.5, depending on how you feel. We don't have to match 30 kilometers an hour right now. We're just giving a last push, emptying the tank, the energy we have left. We're leaving it all here. If you're matching your cadence from the previous song and the intensity, it might be too much. We're just moving the legs light, light, light. This is the big celebration at the end. We have 2 minutes left. We're going to keep riding in the same way we are for another minute, after which we'll slow it down and close off. Just good to get the legs used to spinning a little faster. 30 seconds left here. Last 15 before we slow it down. Stay with me for 10 more seconds. 5. And here we go. We can slow it down a little bit. The song is still rolling. Try to slow down the heart rate as we're closing off this 35-minute grind ride. That was really good. 35 minutes, full sweat. We can keep slowing it down. Just ride comfortably. Make a graceful exit. About 10 more seconds. We're at the end of this soundtrack. We're at the end of this class. 35 minutes done. Thanks for spending time with me. My name is Marge for Studio ELMNT. Thank you.